Okay, so a quick vinyl project. I'm going to say okay. I've got a piece of heat transfer glitter vinyl on my ScanNCut mat and it's shiny side down, and I have typed my word and mirrored it in Canvas Workspace. So I'm just going to load the mat, which I'll show you in a few minutes. There's my mat with my piece of green glitter vinyl, shiny side down, and in my blade holder I've got my vinyl blade. You can use your standard blade, but I've got the vinyl blade, so I may as well use it. So I'm just going to go back to the screen. I'm going to go to retrieve data from Canvas, and here's my design that's already mirrored. I'm going to do a background scan so I can see exactly where this piece of vinyl is on the map, ready for me to move those words over. I'm going to select everything because I grouped it in Canvas Workspace, and I'm going to drag it over, and it looks as though this piece of scrap vinyl is not quite wide enough, but it's definitely long enough. So with my words selected, I'm going to go to Edit, Object Edit, choose the rotate icon and just rotate it 90 degrees. And now I'm going to bring it over to the edge, just because this is, I think, the only piece of this green glitter vinyl I've got left. So just in case I mess up or I've done something wrong, if I position it there, hopefully I've got enough space to cut it again if I do something wrong. So now I'm going to say okay, okay again, okay, all the okays until I get to please select, cut. Then I'm just going to go into the little wrench icon and I'm going to scroll down one page until I get to half cut, which is off at the moment because that's how it is normally when you're just cutting, you know, regular cardstock or fabric or whatever. But because this is vinyl and I only want to cut through this back layer, I'm going to switch half cut on, say okay. It's going to process that. It now tells me half cut is on, and I'm going to press start. Can you hear how quiet this machine is? It's just so much quieter than the CM model machines. Apart from having the auto blade technology, which is brilliant, the quietness is one of the other things that I like most. The main thing about this machine that I like most is the ability to do a background scan. So that's finished now. I'm going to say okay. I'm going to unload my mat and just go over to my other desk. Okay, so I'm just going to peel that off the mat and put the mat on one side for a minute. Now I can see where my word is and my little paw print, and I've got a label on my vinyl here, so I'm just going to peel this label off, and I'm going to cut my piece of vinyl along here so I've got this bit to use again. I could have put a weeding box around it, but you know, for something like this I didn't really think it was necessary, and to be honest, I don't often use weeding boxes. I'm going to leave that on. If anybody wants to know, this is glitter heat transfer vinyl from GM Crafts, I think they're called. Not affiliated, it's not sponsored or anything like that, and it's called green glitter, and it comes, I think, in kind of like near enough A4 size sheets. So this is what I've got now. So I'm going to get my piercing tool and I'm going to lift away the vinyl, and it should leave my design behind. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. Glitter heat transfer vinyl is so easy to weed, I find. Okay, so that's all the waste. Now I'm going to take the middles out of the letters It's very sticky, this heat transfer vinyl. And then when I flip it over, this is what I've got. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to decorate this stocking. So I was going to make a new stocking this year for Eddy, our little puppy. Well, he's one now, but he's still a baby. But I've just not had time. So several years ago, I made this, and I also made one for Hannah, which I embroidered with her initial, and it's virtually identical to this. And when I was just going through the Christmas things, I found this. So I thought, well, why not just personalise this for Eddy rather than make one? And then what I'll probably do is I'll either just keep this one or I may make him another one next year. So I'm just going to put this on here now. And I think that looks okay. Now, I've already got my heat press on. So I'm just going to bring in my pressing mat and my Teflon sheet, and as I say, I've already got my heat press on, so I'm just going to put my heat press on top, press start and let it count down. I'm doing it at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 seconds, and then I'll see how it is, and I don't know whether I need to do it anymore or not, because it's been a while since I've done any vinyl, so I can't remember. So that wasn't pressed down enough. I think it needs something inside to bulk it out. So let me see if I can put anything inside it just to lift it up a little bit. Got some rolled up felt here. Let's see if this will help. It's because the cuff is quite prominent. I could see if I can move the cuff out of the way a bit. Let's see if that's going to help. Just put that back over and then put that on again and apply some pressure and let it count down again. Okay, so the E's not quite down, but again, it's because it's kind of, you know, flopping down. I'm going to take the felt out now. Might have been a good idea to get this cuff out of the way before I started, but I didn't think about it. So it's kind of more flat now. So now I'm going to put the parchment paper back over it and just give it another blast of heat and pressure, and hopefully it will adhere nicely. That looks like it's down now, so I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to hit it from the back as well. Just, you know, a bit of extra security. So let's fold this. I think that's fine now. So that doesn't look as though it's going anywhere. So I'll see if I can. So that's Eddy's little Christmas stocking ready to hang on the wall with the other one that I made, as I say, many years ago for Hannah when I first got my very first embroidery machine. But on that other one, the letter H is in green. So that's why I decided to do green on this so that they match. So that's it. So this stocking, just to give you an idea, is about 18 inches long, and at its widest point it's about 10, something like that. As I say, I did make these years ago. So that's my quick project for today, just using some vinyl and a stocking that I've already had made, you know, for years, and it's ready to hang, and I can put a few treats in it if, you know, or just have it for decoration. So I hope you like the video. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.